Thank y'all for tuning in. I saw a comment today, and it asked the question of, do you take your expensive pens out of the house? And for me personally, I do take my expensive pens out of the house. And I was going to comment back and, just write about what I wanted to say, but I figured it'd be easiest to make a video and put it on the channel, especially since I haven't posted a video in a while. But yeah, I take my expensive pens out. They're tools, right? I feel like pens themselves are tools, right? And it's like you should use your tools, right? And with that, like, to me, I don't understand the purpose of like spending the money on things and then sitting here and just not using the things you spend your money on, right? Because it's like, what's the point? So everything I just showed you is my everyday carry. I carry these 3 notebooks and these 12 pens with me every single day. Actually, I have a notepad in here too. I have a Rhodia notepad that most days I carry, but sometimes I leave it at home. And each one of these notebooks has a specific purpose. I'm not too fond of like the purpose of like one of them, but it is what it is. But we'll start with the Tomoe River notebook. And this is by far my favorite notebook that it's my second favorite notebook that I've used so far. And the reason why is I really like this 68-gram paper that it has. I also like this plastic cover that comes on it too. It keeps it clean, and it keeps it from like getting sticky. And when you put things down on the table, it might get a little, the table might not be clean. So it kind of keeps it clean and keeps it from, getting messed up. Plus, like, it's a good talking point because where I work at, a lot of people usually ask me questions about the things that I use on a regular basis. And so it's good to say that. Plus, it's a good representation of what this actually looks like when you buy it or when you go look for it. So I do recommend that people get this one. This particular one is in the grid pattern. The next one I might get might be in the grid or a dot, but the next one will definitely be used for a different purpose. But the purpose that I use this for is usually, it's all taking notes for work. And what I do, working in IT, I write down a lot of things. I write down a lot of file paths and computer names and passwords and different things of that nature. What I do as far as work is concerned. So this is my work notebook, right? And that's what I use this one for. And honestly, I think this is probably the most expensive one that I have, considering the price now, because on Amazon, last time I checked, these doubled in prices the last time I bought them. Like, they're 40 some odd dollars, 40 something US dollars or something like that. When I got it, it was like 20, if I'm not mistaken. So I did not pay the current price on Amazon for this one. It was definitely cheaper when I got it. And it took like, I want to say it took like 2-3 weeks to get here because it came from Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look and, like, if it's on Amazon, how long it takes, but it definitely didn't come like the next day like regular Prime shipping, which is kind of sad, but I digress. The next one that I use is, I recently added this one back to the rotation, and this is my brown Rhodia Webby. And the Webbies are by far my favorite notebooks, but it's not by much. The Tomoe River notebook is definitely coming in very, very close second to this one. I usually like the black line ones. That's what I started out on. Actually, it's not what I started on, but that's what I've come to learn to like the most. But that Tomoe River, I like the Tomoe River because it has 368 pages, and I also like this one because it's small too. So either or, I might do a thing where like I switch back and forth between the journals, or I might just buy black and then buy, Tomoe Rivers and just call it a day and just use them both, right? But this one, the main purpose of this one, this initially started off as a bullet journal back in, when did I get this? Let's see. Oh man, I can't even think about when did I get this? Let's see what the date is. Let's see one of the dates. So I got this notebook back in 2019, and here it is 2023, and I just added this back to the rotation, and I'm just using this specifically for like scheduling and essentially a bullet journal still, but like I guess a stripped down version of bullet journaling, not really with the whole calendar and all the fancy things. It's literally just a simplified version, more so like a day-to-day type deal. Like when I have a lot of things, I just write down like task lists and like things that I want to go back to, and just what I have going on personally. Like this has nothing to do with work. This is all personal, family things, things that's going on in my life outside of my regular day job, right? As a husband, as a father, all of those things. Personally, what I want to do, like lists for car parts and just stuff like that. Things that don't require me to be here at work, right? So that's what I use this one for. And I really like this one particularly because I like the way this paper feels when you write on it. This is 90-gram Clairefontaine paper, and I really like the way this feels. But again, it's a close second. Like honestly, like it's probably a tie between this one and the Tomoe River as my favorite notebook. So I'll definitely be buying more of these and the Tomoe Rivers in the future. And last but not least, well, it's not last, but this is the Galen Leather Everyday Notebook, and this is probably like my least favorite notebook that I've used, and I know that might come to a surprise to some people because I know some people really love these notebooks, but this is not one for me. And it kind of sucks because I was really excited to get my hands on this, but it just wasn't for me. And I'm still gonna use it. I'm still gonna fill it up. This is my everyday journal. This is what I write. This is what I journal with. These are all the journal entries that are going in here. Like if you watch the TikToks or the YouTube shorts, like it's in this particular notebook here. And going forward, they will be in here. All my journal entries, and they go in here. And this is the one with the 52-gram Tomoe River white paper. I think this is the old paper, not the new stuff. But yeah, it's not my favorite, and I'm sad about it because I was really excited to get my hands on this notebook, but it's just not my favorite. I don't like it, but because I paid the money for it, I'm gonna fill it up. And I think that like that's one of the reasons why like I struggled with journaling for a while, is because I didn't like the notebook that I was using. But the more I use it, the more like I got used to it. I don't like the way the paper feels. It's too thin. It just feels very flimsy. Like I don't like the feel or the feedback I get from it when I use it. And that's honestly the reason why I don't use this as much as I feel like I should or should have been using it in the past. But going forward in the future, I will fill up all 400 pages of this, and I will sit this to the side, and I will never buy another one again. And I'll probably end up buying another Tomoe River notebook with either lines or dots to journal in, but I won't buy another one of these. And it's not that Galen Leather has done a bad job with this. It's just that I just don't like this particular 52-gram paper. Like it doesn't work for me. So maybe I'll try the one with the Cosmo Airlight, the 75-gram paper. I might give that a shot, but this particular one with the white 52-gram blank paper, it just does not work for me. And I really hate to say that, and it's so annoying because like I wanted to like that so bad. It was almost like the moleskin. Like I like the feel of the moleskin, but it just doesn't work for me. Like I don't like the paper. It bleeds through a lot. And as far as like the pens go, one of the pens that I use on a regular basis, probably my favorite pen is this Twisby Eco. I know I've said this before. It's this Twisby Eco T in mint blue with the blue diamond Oxford blue. Is this Oxford blue? I think it's Oxford blue. I have to check and see. But that's the one that I use the most out of all the pens that I have. I recently bought my daughter the purple glow, and I have the green glow with purple ink in it. It's a diamond imperial purple, I think that's what this is called. And she has the imperial purple in her purple glow, which is the one that I wanted, but this was a gift, and I can't complain about a free gift. I definitely wanted both of them, and I ended up getting both of them, but I gave my daughter the purple glow, and she loves it. the perfect pen for her. She loves this. She loved that pen a lot. This is the second most used pen that I have that I use on a regular basis. And again, like the most expensive stuff that I think the most expensive notebook that I have is the Tomoe River notebook, and it's like $42. This is like one of the three most expensive pens that I have, and like I said, I take them everywhere. I feel like you should. I use this one quite a bit. The only thing about this pen is that the one thing I don't like about it is like you need a big ink bottle to fit it in so that you can fill it up. And the Imperial Purple that I have, I'm gonna need an inkwell, and I'm probably gonna get the Twisby Vac inkwell for it so I can continue using the purple ink. But yeah, I can't fit it in there anymore, so this ink that's in here now will be in here until I get the inkwell. And yeah, I'll probably just fill it up, and I'll continue using this pen. I use this pen almost daily. This has a broad nib as well. I do thoroughly enjoy this pen. I actually love writing with this pen more than any other pen. It's just that one of those things where it's like it draws a lot of attention, and sometimes using this pen, and especially like carrying it around, like a lot of people want to ask about it, and a lot of people want to hold it and use it. And because this is one of my favorites, I kind of just want to hold back on it. So I don't really carry it around as much as I used to. But being that this pen is what, $90, yeah, I carry it. I use it every day. And I think the other two, I forget how much these cost. I think these two Monteverdes were like $75 each. I don't use these as much as I feel like I should. I still have to clean them and fill them up with the black ink, and I'll use these pens as well. But yeah, I carry these as well. So they're pens, they're tools, and they're made to be written with. I've added a pencil to my collection. And this pencil right here, this is the Spirited Away. What is this? This is a Uni. God, I have to remember the name, but it's a Uni Advanced. This is the one with a rotating lead. This pencil here, I have to say, I haven't used a mechanical pencil since college, but I love this pencil. I saw a video on jet pens, and I bought this the same time I got my daughter's purple glow from jet pens, and this is by far the best pencil that I've ever used. I love it to death. I use it quite a lot to write on sticky notes and things like that. So I love it, man. I really do love this pencil. And another pen that I use, I don't use as much as I would like to, but it's this Narwhal, and I have this one, Oxford Blue, and it's a stub. And I'm starting to like this pen, but it still has to grow on me. So, and I also have a Pilot Metro that needs to be cleaned. We all seen those. And I also have, a lot of people ask to use pens, right? And one of the things that I don't do is loan out my fountain pens. And I know a lot of us in the fountain pen community feel some type of way about loaning out your pens, and I completely understand. I'm with you on that. So I have regular pens. So I have these are just like I think they're like pen to pen. They're just like regular black pens, but they're just regular rollerball pens. So I can just, if somebody asks for a pen, I'll go in here and grab one. And I think this was a twist. Yeah, this was a twist on and off. So we got that one, and then I have a Schaefer as well, which is a twist pen. So these are the pens that I loan out to people. If somebody comes to me and says, "Hey Tristian, you got a pen?" Yeah, I got a pen for you that you can use real quick. Just give it right back. And if somebody don't give it back, I'm not gonna be upset about it, because for one, these pens were gifts. I don't want to say that they were gifts, but I don't want to put it in the context of like they don't matter, right? I asked for them, and then I came, and then they were given to me. So I in turn use them as loaner pens. So if I lose them, I'm not going to be upset because I didn't pay for them, but I'll be upset because they were lost, because they were gifts from somebody. And I don't like when people misuse things that you're given. So those are the things that I carry on a daily basis, and I do carry all of my expensive pens with me. The only pen that I don't carry with me is the pens that aren't mine. Like, so Both of my daughters have fountain pens, and I don't carry those with me because they're not my pens to carry. They're not my pens to use. They're on my desk though as a safety precaution, and to hold them accountable and teach responsibility, so they're just not thrown all over the place and broken. And then next thing you know, Dad, my pen's broke. Can you buy me another one? Because by the time you spend $30 3 times, you almost at $100. So it's just not happening. So that's why I keep those at home, and they use them while I'm at home, and they put them back in the cases, and then they're back on my desk. But they do use them regularly. And I forgot one. This Rhodia notebook that I have, I really normally just use this for like ideas and simply for like just writing down things. And when I write down stuff, I'm just using it for like, when I study, I'm writing down definitions of, specific terms, or, I'm saying, just taking notes and things like that. And I can tear out these pages and put them in a folder so I can keep up with all that type of stuff. So that's usually the path that I go with. The notepad is just for quick jotting down of notes and things like that. So I really don't try to carry too much in my bag because I don't want my bag to be heavy. But as far as the question goes, yes, I do carry the expensive things with me. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video.